welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube, and I am an amazing car, my 2011 Mercedes SLS AMG, an engineering wonder out of Mercedes, and AMG's first car built from the ground up. It's also a tribute to one of my favorite cars of all time, the 300 SL Gullwing. But while it is a retro tribute, nothing under the hood other than the giant engine is retro. 580 horsepower, 6.2 liter V8. But there is one thing that can go wrong on these things, and it is very, very expensive when it goes wrong. When you buy an SLS, you just have to accept the fact that maybe someday this $30,000 bomb inside your car may go off, and you just have to suck up and pay. But there is one thing we can do to prevent it, which is why I'm on my way to the Car Wizards right now to have that preventative maintenance done. Now, this involves the transmission of this car. This is AMG's first dual clutch transmission that they made for the SLS AMG. To me, it's almost magical how dual clutch transmissions work, but basically there's no pause between gears because one clutch is holding the next gear and it just shifts seamlessly. The problem with it is it's not serviceable, it's not really repairable, it's not rebuildable like normal automatic transmissions or manual transmissions, at least as far as I know. So when they go bad, Mercedes just says, hey, well, you got to replace this and it's going to cost you 30 grand, which is a lot of money, unfortunately. Now, all these transmissions are fantastic from a performance standpoint. Reliability, well, it's a new technology, and well, it's been kind of hit and miss. With Mercedes, with the SLS, it's kind of common for the transmission to fail. Maybe not that bad, especially compared to the McLaren, say my old McLaren MP412C, where it went through 2 transmissions before 30,000 miles. A transmission failure is almost a certainty there. Now, there's some Acuras like the TL. They introduced a dual clutch in their TL sedan, and that didn't do very well. So really, it is kind of hit and miss. I know there's plenty of issues there just from seeing in the used car auctions, but anyway, there is something you can do to kind of ward off the potential failure in the Mercedes, and that's servicing the fluid, which I bought this car, I have no idea if it's been done on it. So I had the Car Wizard order all the fluid for this SLS, and we're going to do an oil service on it as well because I don't know when it was last done. Pretty big job because this is a dry sump engine. It holds a lot of oil, but the transmission fluid thing I'm not really familiar with. I don't know how it works on a dual clutch, if it's like a manual shift where you just suck it out and put it back in, or if it's like an automatic trans where it's a little more complicated. I really have no idea. And speaking of transmissions, there's my other AMG up here, my Mercedes G55 AMG, 222,000 miles on it, and it had some weirdness going on with the transmission. There was some other weirdness that turns out I was dead wrong about, which I will show you when we get to the car. Let's head to the Wizards. Wizard! He's Wizard! You're working on my hoopties?
Yes.
Very good.
We have been working on your hoopties.
Well, I brought the SLS so you can do the fluid thing so my transmission doesn't blow up.
Yeah, we don't need it to blow up. That'd be very expensive.
Do you know what you're doing? I guess he was a Mercedes tech, so
yeah,
he's
going to be the one doing it. We're going to let him do it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Trust Magic Mike.
Always.
But are we going to be playing with this one today?
We're going to pull the transmission down and take a look and see inside what's going on.
Okay, well, dueling Mercedes then.
Dueling Mercedes.
Very nice.
Yep.
All right, well, you work. Yes.
Sounds good.
That was kind of rude. I don't like sharing you, Wizard. So, Wizard, I see this is on the ground, yes?
Yep.
My front shaft.
It is. So it should move like this.
This is the other side.
But on the other side,
oh,
it's stuck.
So that's the source of my unpleasant vibrations, yes?
Yep. We have a complete new shaft ordered. It'll be here hopefully this week.
Well, there were 3 alarming things on this truck. This was one of them. And then there was the finger-tight bolts on the transmission, which look like it's about to come out now.
Yep.
And the one thing that we were really scared about actually isn't a thing. So on these G-Wagons, the engines are mounted crooked, and they're actually like that from the factory.
On purpose, yes.
There were a few Mercedes techs in the comment section that filled us in. I guess back when these were new and these first showed up to the United States, Mercedes techs looked under the hood and thought the exact same thing. Like, well, they put this one on a Friday afternoon and they're crooked. That's how Mercedes did it, because they never imagined a V8 was going to be put into these giant bread boxes. So I guess the steering gearbox is in the way.
So here's the steering gearbox right here.
What is it, the steering shaft then? The steering column?
Well, the steering shaft, yeah, it goes up through there.
Okay, yep, sure enough, there it is. And for that reason, they had to mount it a little wonky. Rather than figuring out a fix for the steering shaft, they decided, well, the engine can mount crooked. So that's
kind of weird, but I guess it works.
It's German engineering. So why'd you have to take all this stuff off?
Well, there's transmission cooler lines and things we had to get to unhook them, and a lot of wiring harness and things of that nature, and
I see.
we got it ready to come out.
All right, so do I just hit a button down here?
Yep, let me make sure everything's clear. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's squeaking at us.
It is squeaking. Well,
we found 2 bolts out of the other torque converter bolts that were finger loose. The other ones were actually tight.
I see.
But you can see there's 2, 4, 6 bolts.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 of them were just, we could take them out by hand.
Eventually that would have let loose, and then what would have happened?
It could tear up your flywheel, your flex plate, cause a lot of damage.
Okay.
Luckily that didn't happen. Everything looks clean. The nose of the torque converter looks fine. Everything looks good on the transmission.
Okay.
Let me get this out of the way here.
But there was a leak, huh?
Oh, I can see it. You can see it's all wet with the rear main seal right there.
Yeah. But it looks pretty dry above there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice and dry up there, but not below.
Not
You
bad.
see it leaking through there.
Now that you're back here, you can also see some goo there, but I guess that's just normal seepage, huh?
That's from your power steering pump.
Oh, that's right. You have that to do as well. And I also ordered a lift kit for it.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So it'll look good, like a maybe 2-inch.
Oh, 2-inch?
Yeah. And some 33-inch tires. That'll be good enough, I think.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. It'll look nice.
So this truck isn't nearly as bad as we thought it was.
No,
it's not like totally ruined. It's just engineered strangely. So.
Yep.
Huh. All right. Well, let's see what Michael's doing on this SLS, huh?
Let's go see.
Actually, before we go over there, I need a van update. Very important repair going on, yes?
Yeah, we got a VCR head cleaner and put in there and tried to clean the VCR, and it actually made it worse.
It destroyed the VCR.
The VCR died.
Very important to fix the VCR inside of my van. It's like paramount.
Oh, I know. I got another good used 12-volt one that looks just like that one.
Okay.
It says good working order.
Very good.
We're going to put that in there.
All right, there's another Murcielago. This is a gated one, though.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Leo. Lucky dog.
Leo's Murcielago.
I'll take my color, but I'll definitely take his transmission.
Yeah.
This is back on the ground, huh?
Yep.
Battery charger on it. Is the battery dead?
The battery was low. We're getting it charged back up. And we did the oil change, and the overheating problem went away.
So my friend Rob, this is his Carrera. It's a real Carrera. This is the original color for it as well, but it has a 930 turbo engine in it, and we are shaming him in every video possible because he neglects this car so much. So you're saying he ran it low on oil, and that's why it was overheating, because these aren't water-cooled cars, obviously. It's a Porsche.
Yeah. So if there's not hardly any oil in the engine, it's not enough to run up to the oil cooler. It just really wasn't a good situation.
He really doesn't deserve this car, does he? No, he
We
doesn't.
got new motor mounts on it too, so
oh, good.
that's what we're finishing up here.
And then he can park it in his garage for another 2 or 3 years and let it break
maybe
again.
4 or 5.
Rob. And it looks like there's some activity going on inside of the yacht.
Yeah, Mrs. Wizard's in there doing some more interior work. You guys don't want to miss this Saturday, which is tomorrow. We got a lot of poo business going on in this boat.
A lot of poo business. You told me a little bit about this. So you took out the what do you call it? The septic system inside of the boat?
Yeah, the black water system is disgusting. You guys don't want to miss it. It's nasty.
So you're encouraging people to watch your video because there's a lot of poo in it.
Yeah, it's full of, you know what.
All right, well, let's go check on Michael. El Magic Mike's been busy.
Yep, he's got a lot of the panels and brackets off.
Are these off my car?
They are.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of bracing on here, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a rear-mounted AMG speed shift dual clutch transmission.
Yep, there's transmission fluid here. There's trans-hydraulic fluid in here. And he's doing the engine oil right now.
And the engine's in the front. It's a dry sump engine. It has a big old tank. That's the bottom of the tank, right?
Bottom of the tank right here.
Because the engine starts here.
Yep. And then there's 2 drain plugs.
One right here. One there.
Well, it's dark.
Very dark.
You got your light, Wizard?
Yeah.
How's my oil look?
Ugh.
A little old?
It's brown, it's not black, so I think we caught it in time, but it's not a bad situation.
Yeah, I just didn't know when it had been done last, and probably do.
Yep, it's definitely time.
That's what you do, unlike people who own orange Porsches. You keep
actually
up on the maintenance.
Change
Yes.
the oil, yeah.
Yes.
And you drain those.
Drain the oil lines.
Yeah, those are coolers. Unhook them and let them drain.
They don't have seals on them?
Yeah, there's seals. They're reusable O-rings on there. Take this loose and that one loose and let them drain as well.
So this is a pretty complicated oil change. You have to do that and this?
Yes, all three of those.
Yep.
And it probably takes a lot of fluid with the dry sump, yes?
Oh yeah, we have tons of fluid in here for you.
Really?
Mobile 1, 5W40. There's your transmission DSG fluid.
It needs all this?
Well, it was cheaper to buy it in a bulk.
Wow. Okay, that's quite heavy.
And then the hydraulic fluid for the trans hydraulic system.
The part that-
Hydraulical, Mercedes hydraulical.
It shifts. Okay. Well, this looks kind of expensive.
It will be. This is not going to be a $100 oil change. It's going to be about probably an $800 oil change. That stuff's expensive.
For the okay. You mean that for the both of
Both of
yes, changing all of it. Okay.
All the oil changes, yes.
And then how much are you making out of this?
I think I should be making more.
Oh, more thanks.
Yeah. I don't think any other AMGs have the oil tank, basically dry sump setup.
They do not.
It's special to the SLS.
Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. Basically like a Ferrari setup or Lamborghini or...
We've never looked under here before because there was no reason to.
So this is just a bell housing. There's no transmission here. All that's back there.
Right, but it's got plugs for stuff.
Connectors. Those are probably oxygen sensors.
Ah.
Yep.
Interesting. So then...
There's no drive shaft. It's a solid metal tube.
Right.
You can see it through here. It says AMG on it.
Oh, neato. Yeah, there's the stamping for it. So it's a torque tube.
Yeah. It's a solid metal tube all the way back to transaxle.
Very cool. And
Dual
there's
clutch.
the get drag.
Mm-hmm. Get drag.
Yep.
It says power shit.
Oh, you can't say that on YouTube.
Power shift, sorry.
Yep. So Getrag is the main supplier for a lot of these transmissions, like I was talking about. Hit and miss, unfortunately, on the quality. And there's a lot of places apparently where they can leak. And when I bought this thing, I had it looked at beforehand. They told me about this little seepage here,
Yeah.
and it hasn't gotten any worse. But apparently, this is a serviceable part
Yeah.
to replace this seal, I suppose.
It's just silicone.
Because there's some things in this transmission apparently where it starts leaking and then you have to replace the entire transmission. Mercedes doesn't have like a service kit for it. They see this leak, they just replace it. So it's
wow.
unfortunately, it's kind of mysterious, this transmission. It looks very...
This one's nice and dry, except for this tiny seepage, but it's really nothing to worry about. I don't
Yeah,
think.
but pretty complicated. What would live back here? Because it's weird that everything has all these little contours to it, kind of like someone's wearing yoga pants or whatever, where you can see everything, you know, as opposed to it just being a generic case.
Mm-hmm. These are the hydraulics here. The hydraulics that actually control the shifting, and this is the gearbox.
I see.
There's gear oil, and
I suppose if somebody's butt looked like that in yoga pants, they'd have some serious issues, right?
either that or they're really strong.
Well, this is a very Magic Mike looking thing right here. Milking the cows here.
Trying to.
Wow.
Get all the oil drained out of the orifices, and then we'll start filling it back up.
Yeah.
Fill plug for one, I think it's either here. We'll have
Yeah.
to look at the video again.
On the back of the transmission, this is the fill plug.
Okay, yeah.
Please don't screw this up. It's $30,000.
For the transmission?
Yes.
We'll try to make sure it's not a $30,000 job then.
Definitely
Please.
not.
So you have to drain it from a bunch of different places like the engine, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a drain here, there's drains here, there's a fill plug over here.
That's for the
Okay.
transmission, and then
Okay.
the hydraulic fill plug is somewhere on this side.
Okay, so I had it backwards. The hydraulic.
Let's not put the wrong fluids in the wrong places, please. Please, wizard.
Let's let him do it.
All right, is this the transmission or is this the hydraulics?
Oh, this is going to be your transmission fluid.
Okay, please be nice. Well, it's amber. You can see through it,
Yeah,
so that's probably okay.
Yep.
that's good.
It's not new though.
It's not new.
What do you think it tastes like, wizard?
Like melted plastic.
Is that what the clutches are made out of? I guess those keep the clutches lubed, don't they, Michael?
They sure do.
That's probably interesting.
Not my tongue, though. I need to go get some water.
This is the second drain plug.
Okay, so there's 2 drain plugs. Oh. Well.
Just a little bit.
Just a tiny bit.
Huh. Okay. Looks like iced tea.
It doesn't taste like iced tea.
Is that the worst fluid you ever taste?
I think so. It tastes like garlic, pickles, and melted plastic all together.
You usually don't make a face when you try the fluids.
That's pretty bad stuff right there.
Oh.
I wouldn't want to drink a whole quart of it or something.
Well, obviously. All right, you've got the inseminator, yes?
I do.
Oh, it's very clean.
It is.
Looks like beer. I had a really bad experience with that thing. Really bad. Not what you're thinking, but it was here with Wizard.
Have I seen that video?
Here's your curved insemination tip.
All right, now we can get down to business.
90 degrees.
Ah,
Yeah.
very good. Okay. Well, so that was probably the original fluid, Wizard. Given the color difference, huh?
Mm-hmm.
36,000
It should be
miles.
a nice bright gold color.
Yes.
And yours was like tea.
Yes.
It didn't taste like tea though.
No.
I'm not gonna do that again.
New fluid's in. We'll have to check it after you run it for a little bit, right?
Yep, we'll double check it.
And
now
this is the hydraulic part that makes it shift, yes?
correct.
All right. Another sample, Wizard.
Yeah, I'll try this one. I haven't tried this one yet.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's Dookie Brown.
Yeah, that's quite murky, isn't it?
It really doesn't have a flavor.
No taste.
No. I'll take that any day.
Huh. Well, that looks like a well-used fluid there.
Hydraulic fluid, yep.
Yeah. Where's the new one?
Those bottles.
In the jug?
Bottles.
It's crystal clear.
Oh. Good thing we're doing this.
Yes.
Well, this doesn't look like it comes from Mercedes.
Nope, that's Wizard's manufacturing shop.
Okay, so it goes into that.
Well, it's upside down. It fits into this plug. This is actually for an oxygen sensor. Plug O2 sensor bone.
You drilled out the middle, huh?
Threaded the middle for this fitting. And this
Oh.
goes right into our hydraulic fill port.
Look at that.
Exact same threads.
So how much money do you think you just saved yourself there?
I don't know, 100 bucks, 50 bucks.
That specialty tool?
I made it in 10 minutes.
$100 to $200 for that, definitely.
Oh yeah, that is very
It's like water.
clear. All right. We're close. Now it's back on the ground. Isn't this cool, Wizard?
It is weird. The engine is like way. I can't even touch it hardly.
There's so much car before engine happens. Correct. So, new filter?
Yep.
New filter.
Yes. And oil goes
In there, yes.
in here.
Take the dipstick, fill it up, run it, turn it off, and check the fluid level.
Yes, on the transmission as
That's-
well.
Yes, but that's the engine.
Obviously.
I'll
Okay,
have to
thank
be sure with you. I don't know sometimes.
Thanks, Wizard. I very appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, you can put its little cod piece back on. Yes,
Yep,
just like so.
just like so.
I could have done it, Wizard.
You didn't get the bottom piece in.
You didn't even give me a
want
chance.
you to break it.
Okay. Well, it's not in anyway. It's a little
like
jiggly.
The jock strap's kind of loose there.
Yeah.
Oh, that bottom one's in. Let's take a look. Well, it doesn't even have a clip on this side. That's why it's so wiggly. It's just got this one down here. The other three are missing.
It used to have some, but in the past they were broke off.
Oh. Hoopty.
It is a hoopty.
So it's just that one in the center.
Really?
Yep.
That can't be. That's got to go in there. Put that in there. Okay. Yeah, that is. Okay. Well, wonderful.
What I can do is wrap some electrical tape around this, and it'll fit tight into the slot.
So we're wizard rigging my. That's a hoopty fix.
It is a hoopty fix. It's a hoopty.
All right, diesel truck oil. Yes.
Diesel truck oil.
And a lot of it.
Yeah.
All right. Codpiece going back on.
It's better, but it's not perfect. You really need to order another one of these.
I don't even want to know how much that costs.
Okay.
Okay, is it ready to start?
It's ready to start.
You'll let me start my own car?
I let you start your own car.
Right. Nice thing about this thing being all nose, the door opens very easily. It's behind the post.
It's so nice.
Yes.
It does that because it's still pumping oil through. All right, you can go ahead and shut it off.
Okay. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
How about that?
So we'll top it off, and then we'll get down to the transmission and check that with the engine running.
You almost delivered that better than the car wizard. I think he's on the throne, actually, in his Oval Office. Yes, there he. Yes, you missed it.
Everything went well for me in there. How about for you?
Just fine. Checking the trans now.
Checking the transmission fluid level.
With it running.
With it running.
Okay. This is the hydraulic or the trans fluid?
This is the hydraulic. So the transmission you can check just because it dribbles out the side of the transmission, but the hydraulic you have to do it with it running.
All right.
Should get just a little bit.
That's a lot of it. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yep. You're supposed to let it run out until it starts to kind of aerate like that. And then you know it's full.
So you'll clean up yourself.
Yeah, all the way down to the armpit.
Oh. Oh, that's gonna be very interesting. So there's all these panels to put back on, yes?
Yep. All the
Unbungee this and I'll be back on the road. Bye, Wizard.
Thank you. Please drive through.
I'll pay you later.
Okay.
Well, it feels good. It feels the same. And it's nice to have a little peace of mind. Apparently, frequent fluid changes help ward off issues with dual clutch transmissions, but still kind of a mystery. Who knows? Maybe I got a good one, maybe I don't. 36,000 miles on the car, so hopefully I got a good one. Didn't seem like it was too hard of a job either, but the Wizard doesn't let me help very much anymore for very good reason. But still, it's fun to watch. I like to watch, yeah. Thank you for watching. No, don't do the Wizard. Don't eat the car. You don't need to taste it.